What did I miss? That's all that I want to know at the moment. What did I miss? I knew I should have come out like 2.5 weeks ago when they had that flood event that lasted like 14 hours. But I couldn't come out because it was on a weekend day. A leaf. What the heck did I miss? Welcome to another Saturday adventure looking for the good stuff. The historical items. If there's anything out here, that is. I hope they didn't carry it out. Let's hope we can find like 3 Daltons. I might spend the entire day out here just sifting through the heaven. Look at that. Reference for life. I pray I can find some major things out here today. This used to be one of the most monumental log jams in the entire creek. And they just plowed right over it. Please tell me they got some major things out here. Please. So I can add it to the museum stash. This almost isn't fair. Granted, that was 2 weeks ago. Let's hope that wasn't fair. We'll be turned around and added to the pocket, you know. Oh, man. Danger zone. I see a giant gravel bar down there that wasn't, visible. Last time I came out here, when this log jam was so high, you couldn't see around it, let alone get around it. But danger's my middle name. Why do you think it starts with a D? Here's an easy route right here. What the heck am I thinking? You don't always have to go the way. The dangerous way. You don't always have to do that thing. Besides, I need a break. I deserve a break. I've been cleaning heaven all week. During my after-work adventures, going out carrying the gas station and grocery bags with me. Oops, the cord's in the way. Check that out. Welcome to heaven. That time of year. May's a good time. Not say a good time. Let's say a great, perfect time to find history. We had some rain this morning for about 2 hours. Let's hope they just washed off the tops to make the things easier to see, But it wasn't, hold on. It wasn't strong enough to move things around, But there's silt on top of everything. Oh, that's just a fat quartz rock, man. Another faker out here. Actually, you know what? It doesn't look too bad out here. We might not have a hard time looking in the water, though. Yeah, that's a little bit too deep. Look how the water just bubbles up right here and turns around in a circle. That's deep. When you see green, it's time to scream. There's still a lot of green. And it's a pool zone right here. How the heck am I going to get over there? It looks pretty flat to me. Means they probably just flattened it. The water's turned up the flat, intact airheads and flipped them over and pulled them out instead of pushing them down. I'm thinking. I don't need to be going too deep today, you know. We'll leave that to Ronald Acuna going deep. Austin Riley, Ozzie Albies, Matt Olson. Let's leave that to them to go deep and not us. Nothing probably. It's just a flake, man. I thought that was a Dalton. Dang it. I thought that was the bottom of a dang Dalton. Boy, we are due. Now, let's just say we're overdue. Let's not say that we're due. Let's say that we're overdue. Try to get things on our side. You know. I told you I didn't want to be going deep today. New spot. Had to abort the mission at the other place. The country boys are parked on the side of the road in their big pickup truck, blocking half the lane. Saw them from the creek, and they were getting in. So I decided to abort the mission and come to another spot. I might have missed out on this place too. Last time I was out here, I climbed over the log, over the tree right here, because the sand was right here. Now it's up to the waist. There's too many people on this side of GA that have this hobby though. Nothing collected today. Nothing. I wasted my entire time so far walking around, hoping for the best. At least I'm in heaven. Well, when I was praying for a fully intact pots and pans from the ancient days, I wasn't asking for this. You guys crazy. A lot of new things up in here. Real soft. Probably developed like this a couple of weeks ago when it rained 13 hours on that Saturday. Couldn't even come out because the water stayed flooded. I guess it's not meant to be. I guess I'm not meant to find anymore. Man, dang. What a shame. Where the heck is the rest of the point at? Would have been Missouri style for real if it wasn't snapped in half. Would have been the largest one in my collection. What the heck did I miss out here now? I don't always fail, but when I do, I fail worse than a Mike Tyson opponent. Let's keep looking. It's 6 o'clock. It's time for Greg Street to rock. 6:04 to be exact. Thought I heard something. That might be them. I think the good old boys are on this creek now. They probably came by earlier. I'm just running way behind. And they still collected the early archaic, probably. I think that's their tailpipe that I'm hearing. They're not going to be interested in anything like this. They're going to be interested in the, the blades. It'd be nice to find 3 fully intact. Probably nothing. At least I found a couple of pieces of pottery today. Very nice. About that time, I bet the tip is going to be gone. Check this thing out. When you see that wide, it's time to get what? Time to get hype. I bet the tip is gone. I bet it's probably just a broken piece of quartz. Whatever it is, I don't know. It's been worth though. What a shame. Yes, a thumb scraper. I guess I'll be adding this to the stash. Cool. Good enough for now. Three seconds later, I just found a broken midsection. Right there. Man, dang. Where's the top and where's the bottom? What a crying shame. Still, good find for the day. Keep them coming. Whatever's going to be out here, we're definitely going to be seeing it. Check out this piece of caramel right here. Man. You talk about a piece of candy. Beautiful. Stands out like a perfect thumb. 11 seconds later. Another sort of pottery. It's crazy. It's late. I've had a horrible day. I wasted a lot of time driving around. Hey, that looks like it could be part of this piece, the shard that we found earlier. Look at that. Cool design at the top too. Look at that. Take a look at that later. Alright. This does not count. It's just a piece of chert. But I just got finished saying something right here. Hold on. Right over here. I was talking out loud. I was like, how come it's nothing but points and pottery in this creek? Nothing else. Right after I found this thing right here. Beautiful. Add it to the stash. But then I kicked something up because I thought it was like a piece of soapstone or something. Then it could be a piece of concrete, I don't know. But it's stone. What the heck is this thing? What the heck is that thing? Probably modern. Let me go ahead and add it to the pocket. Have no clue. Definitely keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, they definitely did something out here. They washed out this part of the creek and rerouted it right here. Last 2 times I came out, I had to climb out of the creek and get up on the bank. This thing right here was up to the waist. Now look what they got this thing. Back up to being a sandbar. Look, there's even a wagon in there. What the heck is that thing? You're gonna say, yeah, it looks like could be a stroller. I don't know. That's weird looking. That's scary looking. Some things underwater look kind of scary, don't they? Especially depends on how the light comes through. Yeah, this is all new. The water was always right up in here, going straight. Now they have sand piled up 1.5 feet. Man, so glad I decided to stay. I think it's busted though. I see how it's curved at the top. Man, is it ever so busted? Crap. Amateur. But maybe it was like really nice and unique when it was first made. Now it's just cracked. Yep, okay, I just got up in here. I never even looked at it until now. I was just about to say how weird it feels now. With the makeup almost on 100%. It's like 85% right now. It makes it feel like it's later than it really is. But let's go ahead and pick this thing up here. That better not be a faker. It's not. I think it's a Mara Mountain. There's the snap base right there. Check that out. It's kind of crooked though. Maybe the side's a little bit busted off a little bit. Maybe it's reworked. Still gonna be adding this thing to the historic pile. But look how beautiful this is, guys. Check that out. Yeah. Just keep giving us that light. I'm so glad I saw that. Hope there's gonna be more. Beautiful out here though. Really is. I mean, the makeup being on like it is now. Hey, it's a piece of figurine. Don't know what it is though. I know it came from a figurine. Where's the giant black shirt one at though? The giant red one. It's been a while since I found a large one. Fully intact. Wonder if we're gonna get that thing today. As long as the light is out like it is now, we shouldn't have any kind of problem seeing anything. That's a piece of the pot. Yes, sir. Saw that curve on it. Look at the ash on that thing. On the outside. Or could that be the inside? Look at that. Sitting right on top. Yeah. Another sword for the stash. Yes, sir. Got another one. And it's busted. Well, it's amateur. It's got a tip ding on it. Boy, am I ever so glad I decided to stay. That's made off of flake, too. Georgia boy style. Typical white quartz. Almost nearly see-through. But I can't wait to get to that thing. Why did they have to make the impossible possible, though? Why? There should have been two in here. Fully intact. And not a dang thing. Except the sort of pottery. You talk about a finger pointer rock. Dang. Check that one out. Made by the hands of nature, of course. It's almost completely three-dimensional. But the index finger looks kind of fat. Nice indeed. Add it to the pocket. One of the better ones I've collected. I think we might be done. Check that thing out. You talk about balance, guys. Look at these things right here. Look at the football on how it's just balanced on two little things, two little corners. Well, you know, the stick and then the edge of the log. And look at that bottle right there. That's cool right there. Hold on, let me zoom in. Reference picture. That's crazy. The balance of nature knows how to play the game. Should have been, but it wasn't. Last perfect gravel bore out here too. For today, that is. And not a damn thing. Better luck next time. See you back in the studio. It was a semi-successful day. Let's go ahead and take a look. Just a small amount of stuff. And don't mind the dust, the pollen. I collect it. Year after year, I collect it. What do you think of the pile today? Very interesting. Not a lot of garbage to pick up. Might have to go back later to get all that. Whatever there was. But we collected this instead. Got some heartbreakers, really though. Some of these are scrapers, you know, they might have side profiles in them. You know, you got the eye right there. You got the bridge of the nose. They're looking to the right. Cool, some kind of thumb scraper, maybe. When you see that white, it's time to get hype. Just like this, amateur point. Broken. Look at that. Tiny Moore Mountain. So small now, it could be anything. Look how rubbed down this thing is. Smooth. Still has pollen on it too. A lot of amateur pieces though. But the balance always shifts where something is lacking, something else is much different than what you're looking at. I know, Heartbreaker, we can never find them intact, can we? Never can. Would have been gargantuan. Another amateur piece. Bubble wrap quartz. Maybe some people call it sugar quartz, I guess. I don't know. Pieces of chert. Tiny blade. And this thing here. I'm not really sure about this one. But I'm just going to say yes. Maybe nature made it to look like one of their triangle points. You know? But it's a weird kind of material though. It's real fat, but it's beveled. You see that bevel? Have no idea. Only a true archaeologist knows. I know one of them broke. These things are fragile. Most of the time I feel guilty when that happens. Some of the time you just can't control it. Yeah. Light as a piece of paper for some reason. Extremely light. Surprised it wasn't floating on top of the water. And this one weighs twice as much. Wonder when we're ever going to find something really wacky, you know, something extremely extraordinary, like this. Now this is a scary piece. To me it is. This will not be washed because that's ancient ash. I can't tell if that's the inside or the outside. You know, because it's curved like that. I mean, that could be the inside. So you can never tell with these things. Like if it was sitting in the fire pit, already broken, and that's the outside. Ancient ash. Very historic find right there. For me, that is. That will not be washed. Very nice indeed. Nothing like feeling that history. Yeah, got the modern things right here. Got the finger pointed rock. That's one of the better ones I ever found, and it's practically 3D. It's a little bit too fat though on this side. But that makes it look like it's 3D. Right there. Yeah. Not a lot of modern stuff today. Even if we saw, I don't think we... I think I was just getting depressed because I wasn't finding a lot in the beginning, you know. Yeah. I keep having to stop the videos because when they get over like 2.5 minutes, it shuts down the upload, the transfer to the computer because they're always trying to sell me more cloud storage. And I turn that thing off. But they keep trying to tell me it's not enough when I don't even have iCloud. I know I collect the pollen. I do, year after year. Why, I do not know. It just reminds me of something. It's almost like I want to paint with it. I guess that's the reason why I save it, to give it that powdery effect, It's like year number 10. But this thing right here, I have no clue about this modern object right here, Looks like it came from a lawnmower. But I took a better look at it, and I know better. This thing is ancient. And it looks like it's one of those giant smoking pipes, like the end of one of those giant smoking pipes. Where they had the giant stick. And this is where they inhaled it from. Possibly. This is a stone, this is a rock. I didn't want to scratch it to see if it was soapstone or not. But ladies and gentlemen, many mouths have been placed on this end right here. Possibly. If that is what it is. Many ancient lips have been placed on that tapered edge right there. What do you think, though? I see like the end of one of them giant pipes where they inhale the tobacco. And this is the tail end of one of those wooden pipes. Look at the drilling on that. Who knows? That could have been the end. That could be ancient ash. Just silt. That turned it that color. Did I just find one of them things? But where's the other half? How did they glue it together if it was two halves? Why is it broken? Because things happen in history. Ancient mouths. Ancient hands holding on to it. To take a puff from a giant pipe. Hold on one second, hold on. I'm not gonna call this a once-in-a-lifetime find. Let's just call it a find of the month if it is authentic. I wish it was fully intact. But I definitely don't think that they made spark plug caps out of stone in 1998. 1954, that is stone. And I'm always looking out for history just like this. See you in the next video.